the country, armies of young people are blasting away at invaders from outer space and paying for the privilege. I'll be looking at the electronic game craze, which has not only fascinated the nation, but which has created some interesting problems as well. Although it looked innocent enough, this machine turned out to have some unusual powers. It kept kids mesmerized for hours.
We are not a sentimental age. We don't want our parents China or their ticker tape parades. We are not a sentimental age. We're all getting high on fire escapes. We are hooking up with strangers we will never see again. We are not a sentimental age. We are not a sentimental age. When I dream, we're all melting together, synchronized in a mass embrace. Beads of water falling together like a North Shore wave. How strange, with parts of each other, how strange. I'll never even know your name. We are not a sentimental age. On our shoulders is a boulder of a debt we cannot pay. We are not a sentimental age. A diagnosis says I tend to disengage. I'd rather have my privacy, I'd rather have my space. These are just the pills I have to take. We are not a sentimental age. When I dream, we're all melting together, synchronized in a mass embrace. Beads of water falling together like a North Shore wave. How strange, with parts of each other, how strange. I'll never even know your name. I'll never even know your name. I'll never even know your name. We are not a sentimental age. We don't want our parents China or their ticker tape parades. We are not a sentimental age. We are not a sentimental age.
I'm recording this because this could be the last thing I'll ever say. The city I once knew as home is teetering on the edge of radioactive oblivion. A 300,000-degree baptism by nuclear fire. I'm not sorry. We had it coming. A surge of white-hot atonement will be our wake-up call. Hope for our future is now a stillborn dream. The bombs begin to fall and I'm rushing to meet my love. Please remember me. There is no more.
Yo, yo. Hey, guys. Let's warm up. Oh, I'm on the free-to-play account. Well, let's get that money. We're already here. Red or white spells? I don't know. I haven't played with the Boros Legion deck at all. I'm just gonna burn something. I actually like the Rakdos deck a lot, though. We'll just do around the world. We'll just play a bunch of things. Why not? Ooh, let's play standard 2020 for EXP on free-to-play. Nope, I did it wrong. I did it wrong. God, this is so weird. All right, so you go play, start, choose, deck, submit, play. All right, everything's fine. Everything is going according to plan. Hello, Rock. Hello, Giraffe. Hello, Sample. Welcome. What's going on, my friends? Yeah! Of course we get it. Of course it's more red. It's alright. Footlight Fiend is ready. It's good red on red violent tech. Get him. I mean, all day. All day long. I could try to save it to kill 2 things, but most of the time the opponent can play around that. Every now and then we can make their hand awkward by letting it sit there, but we're still just taking damage, which is not ideal. Our opponent, trying out that Pyro Helix, huh? Alright. Got something for you. It's got 3 toughness. I think I'll skip playing tomorrow. What's wrong tomorrow? Because you tilted really hard today? Yeah, tomorrow's another day, my friend. We all face the tilt. We all wake up to the tilt some days. Now, I don't have another spell I can cast off the Arcanist, so if I can kill this and take out their Helix and absorb some damage, that's okay with me. That's okay with me. Now let's slow roll our Steamkin. We do not want to run our Steamkin into the shock. Let's try to pace ourselves. This is not the Bant tokens I was promised. No, it's not the Bant tokens you were promised. You also weren't promised Bant tokens. You weren't promised any tokens that are Bant. The status says, article for a new Bant tokens brew. So you can use the article command to read about it. But the cards for it aren't legal yet. It's from the new set. So I don't know. You might have to get over some of that frustration. We're gonna get Chandra'd out of this game. That feels bad. But let's see what we can do. Ilona expects all fabricated promises to be fulfilled. Oh, my friend. You're old school. You weren't made for this world of brutal advertising. Alright, Chandra, what else you got? Christ almighty, I guess I lose. I mean, I really want to just kill this. I also feel like I just need to be on the board. It's a really bad hand for this situation. Let that go to 3 at the most. Well, let's take the ability to minus the Chandra off the table, shall we? We're gonna try to set it up so that we can get some damage in. Get some glorious spectacle in our life. Opponent with a choice on the Chandra, but that tells me they just hit double land or something too expensive to play, so I think they're done for the turn. And they choose to go for damage. Maybe they have some spectacle in their life, or maybe they just really like their cavalcade. But I don't think they have anything else to play. And there it is. So we're going to be Steamkin, light stage, see what happens, but probably skewering something. Let's get the Chandra dead. You can go here. Actually, you can go here. And you can go here. I don't think the opponent will try to block to save anything. If they do, well, that's okay too. You want to trade? Did you bring a trick? No. Just want to keep your Chandra. Well, I may disappoint you. Steamkin? Hey, Battle Cry! Thanks for bringing the Twitch Prime sub, my friend. 18 months together, dude. Thanks for all the support. You'd converted a Twitch Prime sub to a tier 1 sub. Dude, thank you. What a bro. Let's kill off this Acolyte of Flame.
I'm late to meditation anyway.
And Sego, double hype, baby. Thanks, dude. It is September. Half off of subs if you've ever thought about supporting the channel and you don't have a Twitch Prime or you give your Twitch Prime to a different streamer. It's only $2.50 right now to support the channel. But creators like myself get paid the same amount by Wizards. Oh, I think our opponent's Frenzy just hard fizzled and they're giving us the GGs. That is really something. You don't see a fizzle that hard from a Frenzy too often. But it looks like we've taken over. Let's go ahead and pump. We're gonna draw 2 spells, right? We're not gonna draw 2 lands. We're in this game, right? Ooh. That blows. Infuriate, +3/+2 until end of turn. If I had cast this first, we would have won. Didn't do it. Opponent with the your go. They're not patient. They would want to. I mean, they could still kill me here. They could still kill me here. Free to play red is hard, guys. Especially when you're used to playing the other red deck. You forget that you have the that's not a lightning strike kind of cards. Up top. Opponent's going all face. Let's see what they reveal with their cavalcade. Another cavalcade. Another cavalcade. What's it do? It does a spitter, my precious. Shock, my steam can blow me down. Blow me down. Like Popeye. Get it? Get it? Because I wouldn't say the other thing. This is a family-friendly stream. PG. All right. But yeah, we're doing some free-to-play quests. Free-to-play questing in hard mode. Keep it. Gonna frenzy all over some face. Just you wait. This does more damage than the Banneret unless you pump it, so we'll lead on the spitter. Weird. Why would you shock for that? I don't know. Thank you for your shock land. I approve. I am very happy about this. Oh my goodness, you just want to die faster. I mean, that's cool. Do we want to light this stage or do we want to pump and get in for the max damageage? I think we need to light up our stage. Don't think we want to fall too far behind. Ouch. I mean, if I do it again, I have to hit the land to play the Skewer, and then there's one other card and an Arcanist. If it's a 1-drop or land, I'm good. If it's neither of those, okay. All right. Well, next turn we can still top deck a land and play both, maybe. But may as well Skewer your face right now. Going ham. In before that deafening Clarion, baby. Not much for the Dreadhorde Arcanist to flash back, but we have Infuriate to flash back more expensive spells, which is why it's there. Yes! Yes! We got 2 wins! We got 2 wins in Standard 2020 with our free-to-play deck! The light of heaven hath shined upon us on this glorious day. We thank thee, our Lord, that in our hour of darkness. Alright, still a lot of quests to go. I'm gonna switch it up and play some different decks through the event, but it is fun. We haven't worked on Boros Legion yet. What does Call of Rakdos have in it that I have to cut? Maniacal Firebrand, that's it? Yeah, good deal. I mean, almost all of these decks were built late. So, late format decks. So I'm not surprised that they're really close. So what do we put in for the Firebrand? Maybe I shouldn't think about it much. Oh, I remember. I've got a Mayhem Devil that's not in here. There we go. Gotta put in all the Devils and all the Mayhems. Choose deck. Play. But yeah, a little free-to-play is fun. Slithy wants white. Ew. I hate the mono white deck in the new free-to-play experience. I didn't like the last one, but this one felt particularly atrocious? Is that the right way to put it? Felt really bad. Felt dirty. Felt like a collection of bad cards in bad positions. Alrighty, let's keep. Attilio20 with the follow. Thank you very much for following the channel. If you haven't followed the channel, give it a thought. Dark Harbinger followed. Dark Harbinger's cool. Don't you want to be like Dark Harbinger? I bet you do. And what you got? Breeding Pool, huh? I do not want to Shock Light up the stage on turn 2. Too likely that we'll hit cards that won't really work for us. 2 Breeding Pools. And a Healer of the Glade. Elementals, go get wrecked. This stupid deck. Alright, let's go. I mean, I like Elementals just enough when you're playing it, but like watching Risen Reef triggers go on for frickin' ever? Nah. I'm over it. What do you guys think? They always have it, too. In fact, they always have 3 of them, right? You use Liliana's Triumph on Gideon? Nice play, Blasted Storm. I can appreciate that. So now I'm going to select which way I'm going to kill this Risen Reef. And I'm going to tell you right now, it's going to be the way with a lot of anger. But first, let's get a punch in. And then let's light this stage, because we might reveal a better way to kill a Risen Reef. And there's a Bedazzle. Guess that could kill an Omnath, which is likely to come down. But I don't really want to use it. Well, I guess we can make our opponent commit to a play, can't we? We can leave up Shock and Knight of the Ebon Legion if we really want to. But I also want to get this knight on the board. Alright, let's say go and see what the opponent does with this situation. Five mana, they could Cavalier of Thorns already. A card I really have a hard time beating, that's for sure. How many mythic rares you got? There's the Omnath. We talked about this. So if we kill this, the opponent still has 2 mana to target the knight, which is painful. But let's shut down the value. Why did our opponent play their land first? They could have put a +1/+1 counter on something, but they missed it. Nasty little 2-for-1 on the knight. Perhaps I was better off just not playing it all last turn. Spawn. Spawn strong. Let's go here. I don't want to risk a trade with the Mayhem Devil. Not what I'm looking for. The opponent might take that trade if they have another Omnath in hand because it's legendary. Alright. See what you got for this. It's probably called Hydroid Crisis. You. Please don't. Please don't. I hate that card too. I hate all these cards. Well, it's just because Elemental's so strong if you're not fast enough, and it's disappointing we weren't fast enough today. Okay, that is turned on. Let's get right to it. Carnival, Carnage, and War Boss. War Boss doesn't do much, but Carnage sure can. So trying to get this out of the way, I think, is a fool's errand. Let's just hit up that hand, but let's play the Swamp and have the Shock open. Maybe we can figure out a way to burn the opponent out from this ugly spot. Good old-fashioned Moida. Hey, Holy, how are you? Don't let the online grind get you down, my friend. Well, their last card could only be Hydroid Crisis with those discards. Am I right? Feels bad, man. Feels bad. Or Chandra. I don't know if that is... Okay. I guess our opponent just loves Chandra. Yeah, I would have kept the other cards, but... Doesn't matter what I would do, does it? Not even a little. Now this thing will spiral pretty quick, but it does grow the spawn when I get under 10 life. So we'll see. So the opponent can sweep this board. I take some damage, but I draw a bunch of cards from it. I may as well try to get some hits while I can. I take 5, 6, 7. Yeah. We're just playing for the burnout now. And hopefully, I mean, our own burnout is going to be dangerous. We're going to take a ton of damage here over the next turn or two. Now we could kill the Cav, but our opponent just gets a Crassus, which is not acceptable. You read and wrote way too much business plans and German requirements. Ah, cheer up, my friend. It's okay. We all have to face the red tape, my friend. We come out of it, I wouldn't say stronger, but we do come out of it. Mm-hmm. Angry Lobster with the sub, 10 months. Thank you, my friend. Thanks for sticking with me. It's pretty awesome. Jesus. Yeah, I've seen enough. Well, I guess I have this quest. I gotta cast some spells. Well, at least play these spells. What a coward. Alright. I will shock your face. Totally gonna pull this off. Crap. That didn't work out. Oh, I have to cast red spells. I'm doing it wrong. I'm doing my quests wrong. Should have played the Bedeck Bedazzle. Good job, Elementals. You beat up the free-to-play player. Good job. How are we doing? 4 more? We gotta do 4 more. Red or white? So, red or white, we could do Izzet, Azorius, or Golgari. No, not Golgari. It can do Izzet, Azorius, or Orzhov. Somebody yell out in chat. Izzet, Azorius, or Orzhov? Make the choice for me. First person to yell it out, I'm going with. Izzet. All right. We got to edit the deck a little, but it's probably like 1 or 2 cards. Almost all of my free-to-play stuff is rotation proof. Yep, it's just that. Just those dang cosmetic ops, man. So what goes in? We'll just grab another skewer. There we go. Ah, you Orzhov fans have to get faster. I've got my mouse offset, lucky me. Just nothing like some good bugs, you know? They just make the whole experience seem so much better. How about now? Looks good. Slow, but whatever. Whatever. This deck is not the great. I don't actually expect to get there. I just want to cast these 3 red spells and be out the door. Be out the door. 69 viewers, lock the channel. That's the weirdest arbitrary resolution I've seen so far. Well, glad to give you something new. It's all about giving you something new. Didn't realize you could play 2020 in free ball mode. You can. Oof. It's been an oof so far. I've been getting full-on mythic elemental. It's been an absolute disaster. Oh, you're thought erasing me. Look at this. Look at this clever girl. Screw you. Straight back at ya, buddy. Right back at ya. Oh man. Chemister's Insight, huh? Or Sir Conrad. Sir Conrad eats a lava coil, so it's gonna be the Insight. Our hand isn't what I would call great, and we need that island. I think we still got a shot here. Go ahead, pick a card, any card. Quit hitting yourself, Esper deck. Should probably be a deck that I build where all I'm trying to do is copy the mean things my opponent does. Like, the point of the deck should be to be expansion their Thought Erasure every game, since that's all anybody is playing. So some people have told me they run into Cavalcade Red everywhere. Merchant said in his video that he runs into Cavalcade Red in the standard 2020 event. I only play Control. I tracked it the other day. I have played Elementals, I have played a number of Brews, and I've played 40% Control. And what I'm talking about that is Grixis, Esper, and Blue-Black. Like, if you combine those 3 into Thought Erasure decks, it's over 40% of the meta. It's crazy. I've only played 4 Cavalcade decks since day 1. I played a bunch of them on day 1, but since then I've only played 4 out of nearly 50 games. But yeah, now it's all Control. Everybody just hardcore hating the Cavalcade, just abusing it. Oh yeah, get me. Get me again. You frickin' clever girl. You master of magic with the draw step Thought Erasures. Couldn't be bothered to play Little Teferi, but still wanted the joy that only draw step Thought Erasure could bring. Alright. Go ahead. I'm drawing my cards. My 22 Spitfire Cavalcade kill on YouTube was nice, thanks. I felt disgusted by it. I don't know if you picked up my vibe in the video. I'm like, yeah, that's... I'm glad it happened for the video on one hand, and on the other hand, I hate it. All right. Let's show them the field. So we know they're gonna rush this out. Then what are they going to do? It's gotta be like a Mnemonic Betrayal deck, right? Yeah, sure. So that we can play that next turn with the Thought Erasure. Or not the Thought Erasure, with the Lava Coil. Now the opponent knows I kept on top. Let's see if they mill me. That would be pretty smart of them to pay the 2 and mill after seeing me keep it, but instead they're going to Insight. See what they do. Super smart, big brain play would be to mill me now if they drew a land. They shock. They attack. Ow. Is this a third? Really? Are you kidding me right now? Is this, am I a joke to you? And they kept on top. The only thing you keep on top is the 4th thought erasure. We all know that. Am I a joke to you? All right, here we go. We Dragonauts. Be gone, thoughts. I do want the thoughts gone. I really do. Be gone all the Twitch thoughts. Is it? No. But did you get that? I said, is it? It was funny. Boom. Let's go. So our opponent has a... What do they got? They got a removal spell or something. They have to. What else did you keep on top? It must be something that kills me. I guess it could be an instant speed creature of some kind. Sure. You're very classy, very talented. Wow. A counter. You freaking beacon of hope. You beacon of hope for all of us. All right. Well, I'm gonna light this stage. Anyway. All the things you've gotten away with, I'm still coming for you. And you're not getting off easy. Down to 5. Your turn. Hope you top deck something nice. No blocks. I'm going for lethal. I'm not going to block until I absolutely must. Did you see that hesitation? I could have sworn my opponent was about to play a thought erasure. Well, let's see what gets countered here. Let's see if this resolves first. Resolves. How about you? Do you resolve? How about you? Do you resolve? Oh, we're going for the win. Miss. Doesn't matter what's on top of my deck, I don't think. Well, I mean, you want to keep it anyway, because he's about to do this. Yeah, no creatures. Your luck is out. Your luck is out, friend. Can they pull this off somehow? What do you think? Scoops. Be gone. Be gone with your triple thought erasures in my draw step. Away with you. We gotta play one more. We're actually going for the EXP bonus. We're actually going for it. Whew. I do give them credit for some memey stuff, and I play Thought Erasure myself. I'm no better. It's just really frustrating to get Thought Erased 3 to 4 times. Hey, a blank 312, thank you for the tier 1 sub and supporting the channel. It is half price subs right now in September, so please consider supporting the channel if you've ever thought about it. A mere $2.50. $2.50. Did you know I stream 40 plus hours a month? Somebody do math, and you will find that it's a good deal. Good game. Okay. Yeah, they're not doing much. Let's get Electro down. It's unlikely Electro will get killed. Oh, I take it back. Oh, we've got a proper scumbag here running the all-flash counter deck against my free-to-play account and taunting me. Welcome to Magic Arena, everybody. Isn't it nice? Isn't that a good deal? I get full sub value, Ape Chow. It's a good thing to mention. The streamers get full sub value. Alright, and I bet we get unsummoned. It's still a 2-for-1. Oh, you have something to say. Oh boy. Goodness gracious. Come and get it. Let's see what happens. I bet it's a frilled mystic. Nightpack Ambusher. That's not good either. Probably can't beat that card right now. I got too many bad cards in my deck to beat a good card. But we'll try. We'll try. What do you think? Do we race the Ambusher? I think that's pretty bad against counters. What a punk. Alright. Not gonna let that get to me. I've got to kill this punk. So, in with Dragonauts, try to get Spectacle, try to play Field into Shock into Skewer to get the Ambusher out of the way. Actually, I could just play these without playing the Field, and that would play around another Quench. Maybe that's worth it. And probably worth it to dealing a couple of damage. See if this resolves. I could mute, but I kind of enjoy the entertainment. It's like it's kind of it adds emotional value to the event and kind of stakes because people take it more seriously. That is disappointing. A lot of resources lost on that turn. We'll need a lot of things to go right from here. Block here. I beat Simic Flash all the time. I may not this time, but most of my decks, most any deck can beat Simic Flash. It's not that good of a deck. Most people just play poorly against it because of this kind of crap that this person's doing. So just don't let it get to you. That is really disappointing that they had exactly that when I had Expansion Explosion. I thought I'd be able to counterspell to get my creature through. But it really is a bad deck, played by bad people. So for the most part, beating Simic Flash isn't a problem. It's just the humans that play it that are the worst possible people. All right, we did our quests, so let's move over to the other account. Like I said, Simic Flash is not a good deck, it just tilts people. Some days they'll have it all and win. A lot of times they're just crap and so are the people playing it, so you just win. Like watch my YouTube. I usually beat Simic Flash, it seems like every video. Like every video it feels like I win. Somebody plays Simic Flash, they're being annoying, and I crush them. Alright, so which deck do we want to play? I've got dumb red cards, Grixis, Dimir, a Golos field deck I'm working on, an Esper Planeswalker deck, a Gruul, a Nissa Ramp, an Elementals, a Rakdos, a Bant Tokens, and a Golgari Karn deck. And the first person who yells out says, play Grixis. Okay, we'll give Grixis a shot. This is blue-black control with Splash for Bolus. So that's what we're going for. I think the only red card is Bolus. Which, you know, you control mages, we've gotta replace that Teferi with something annoying. Later, Slithy. Thanks for being out today. Elder Spell, Cruelty, Narset. Tough keep, but I'm going to put faith that the deck will deliver some land. Cross your fingers. Cross your fingers, everybody, because right now we kept a no playables. But mulliganing in best of one, even with the London mulligan, is so bad, and that is one of the worst draws we could possibly draw out of the whole deck. An extra God Eternal Kefnet that we don't have the mana to cast. Wow, I guess some things just don't change. Are you done? All right. Well, let's see what else you got. Another creature, perhaps? So this is going to be mono blue flash without Curious Obsession? No, it's the same Simic deck. Well, I've got to put my money where my mouth is, though this deck and this hand are really poorly equipped for the job. Let's try to get this down ahead of time. No counter magic. I could take the damage. Like, I could let this be, but I might not get to use her if I don't try now. That is really disappointing. Sorcery speed removal is pretty bad against our opponent. Right now, the Bolus is not... If I draw another non-black source, I don't cast Bolus. But putting all this Enter the God Eternals on the bottom is really bad too. So I guess we have to take an extra one. At some point, we gotta hope they resolve. Hey Fritter, stay awesome, man. Thank you. I will try. Thank you very much for the sub. Thanks for putting up the hype in chat. That support is appreciated. If Cutthroat isn't worried about Narset, that's kind of silly. Eventually you're going to want to draw cards. Oh yeah. Alright, so now is the turn where we try to stack up our removal spells. We want to do one on their turn, one on our turn. By the way, we're still missing double black, which is absurd for this deck. Black is by far the color we play the most. Go after this. What's it gonna be? And our opponent does choose to go Frilled Mystic. I can't punish them as hard as I want to, but we will punish them nonetheless. It's important to take the Frilled Mystic out. The unsummons turn it into a counter spell. Now, do I mill myself? They don't make any use of their graveyard, so it's a free mill on them. I'm just trying to think if there's anything I have to gain, and I don't think so. Yeah. Kind of wish I'd let them draw those cards. They're not very good. Shock yourself. Sure. So the way the opponent fired off that Frilled Mystic, I think there's a good chance they have another. Unfortunately, I'm not in a position to double spell. I am in the position to sacrifice a Kefnet, but I want to get myself to a spot where I can cast Cry and something else and clean up a Frilled Mystic. That's frustrating, but it happens. Opponent's still trying to outgrow my spells. I guess I could go for Enter the God Eternals. It gets countered. That's pretty bad too. I could go for Cry the Canarium, though, and worst case scenario, it takes out the Sailor. But then I can't double spell anytime soon. Ugh, no instance. Let's see what's on top of our deck. We know we're playing this anyway. Might make a difference. Or not. Only I knew how many counters they have. Aetherwild has gifted 5 subs. Holy cow. Dude, thank you. Aetherwild gifting 5 subs to the channel. Tetracom, Tempesquidum, Ape Chow, Mr. Creeper Phil, and Eternal Foog. You are the recipients of gift subs. Congratulations. We do want to keep making plays. Whatever happens, we need to keep making plays. Let's go for this one. I'm trying to go for this one. Looks stuck. Don't know why it suddenly decided to lag and freeze up when I went for a play. That was tilting. Yeah, I'm gonna need a lot of luck. And you kept on top? That's very discouraging. Alright, can I get a good draw? We need good draws. Wow, exactly what I scried to the bottom. Let's see what happens if I go for you. Can clear up the Sailor, which is their card advantage engine. Maybe they'll let that resolve, maybe they won't. Okay. I think it might be a Night Pack Ambusher. Let's just push. Let's push. Nice. Opponent did not attack. Close up these two. Let's go for it. Let's try to ride this God Eternal Kefnet. Growth Spiral, interesting. Not something I would play in that deck. Kind of contrary to the point. I know we blow up our own army, but I think Ambusher versus Kefnet is where we want to be. And we get the 7/6 off the board. Okay. Fighting. I love the deckless please, then the hi there. That you are Twitch chat personified, Pope. Give me what I want now. Oh, and hello, nice to meet you. Well, this is bad, and that will do it. I don't really have a way to catch up, so enough of that. Why is the client suddenly a bucket of lag? I've got to restart it. We'll give Grixis another try a little bit. So far, no good, though. I actually don't think that the control decks are any good in the format. I'm playing against them all the time, but I think they're legitimately poor. I think the mana base is really tough. And I think they need a lot of tuning. So I'll give Grixis one more shot, but then we're definitely going to go to something else. It was lagging for you too? Gotcha. Mono blue flash? You sound even more annoying than the other people I've played. I mean, it's fine. It's ranked, right? Do what you gotta do to win. Actually, this isn't even ranked. I'm not playing ranked. And people I still have to try hard as they can try hard. It's kind of pathetic, but whatever. Do what you gotta do. Alright, we'll see if Cry can step up and do something this game. Certainly let us down last time. Oh, yeah. Well, don't know how to help you with this. Ouchie wawa. We need some eggs with the bacon. That's right, interplanar bacon in the house. Now there's a Pegasus. So you're loyal, Pegasus. I guess we'll untap and Eternal something, but our opponent might have some kind of a counter. Maybe they're a Quench deck. Let's just bait a counter spell. See if this resolves easy. Okay. That makes it very clean for Bolus. The Flyers are bad in the event? I haven't tried them. Do other people agree that Flyers are bad for the event? I haven't tried them in the event at all. I keep losing them to Flyers a lot on a regular ladder with Kethis, but I haven't lost to them very often in this event. Maybe it's a format context thing. Love this, except we're on the draw. Might just get smorked out before we get to do anything. Golgari Guildgate. What manner of nonsense is this? Okay. Tap land. The new life of the control mage is all of the tap lands. Incubator, huh? Well, we're definitely killing that, right? Why would we give them ramp? So do we save the murder because we think something bigger will come around, or do we use cruelty because we think exile? They're green-black, so they might have ways to get this back out of the graveyard. Let's save the murder. There might be something even bigger we have to deal with. It's possible. And Enter the God Eternals is our other removal spell here. It's size dependent. Alright, I wish I had the exile effect for that. Didn't think of it. Didn't even think of it. No, we have to pay 2 life for this, so we'll play it now in case we draw a swamp or an island off the top. It really doesn't reflect what the format would look like. I agree. It does not. So what do you guys think? Do we want to draw this again, or do we leave you exiled? I think we'll just decline. We've got another. We can just try this again. Keep using the opponent's resources. If they have something like an Assassin's Trophy, we'll get it out of their hand before we play our Dragon God. You can slow roll it a little. I don't expect duress from them. The pressure is far from overwhelming. Oh, I will be waiting. So we don't want to target ourselves in case the opponent can respond by killing the Kefnet. We'd mill it away. It's unlikely, but this is the arena and people do unlikely stuff. You'd definitely say a player would have never let me have that draw trigger, a good player, but like I said, people do weird stuff here. So I play around all kinds of stuff I would never normally play around. I don't really want to fill their graveyard because they're Golgari. They usually can use it somehow. But in this case, I don't want to lose the Kefnet. Beefcake! Now I'm glad I have a murder. Holy crap, you're huge. There's something you don't see every day, and there's duress. Everything weird is happening. Everything weird is happening. It's fine, this is fine. It's fine. Let's just not take the 9. Maybe they brought their Singleton deck. Still live for Singleton. Oh yeah, we reveal that island. We want them to know. We want them to know. So, straight murder you. I guess we can always enter the God Eternals later. Before you get to untap and do anything. Play the control game. I don't know what my opponent's up to, but we'll be careful. Not give them 3 free points. I've got to think if the game goes long, I'm favored at Bolus, but I don't know. I saw the Citadel. I saw the Citadel, and it scared me. That's big too. I have all these Elder spells. I have drawn none of these Elder spells. You saw them in every other game. They were sitting in my hand doing nothing. Welcome to Magic. Welcome to Magic. So Liliana makes a zombie. We want to be careful about killing the zombie. It would be nice to get rid of the Liliana first, because the Liliana draws cards whenever a creature dies. So we're giving our opponent freebie value if we're not careful. Opponent with careful individual tapping to make another 9/9. Let's get them into combat in case there's something for that mana to do, although I'm not sure what it is, and then we'll murder it. And our opponent gets a card for it, which is not good for us in any way, but it's something. And now we're just drawing land off the top. Pretty brutal. Our opponent gets to draw a card, but at this point we have to give them that, and then we have to try to come back. Hope they brick a few times. Here's a zombie. Does the opponent have another card or a removal spell? Another creature or a removal spell really screws up our turn. 4 cards, it seems likely, since their whole deck appears to be removal. Okay. Okay, well, we can't do much with the God Eternals. We just have to throw down the Kefnet. Pass the turn. Attacking's pretty bad here. It trades straight up with a Guardian that replaces itself and draws a card. So not a good attack. What the hell? What a pile. Just a little bit of everything for you to despise. Obviously it's a flash deck. Look at the sorceries. Obviously. When it works, it works. What can you say? So what do you think? Will we draw our 4th out of 5 draw steps as a land here? Or will we hit a spell and get God Eternal Kefnet cooking and get back in this game? Opponent chooses the Golgari Queen. 2 draws if you want a plus and sacrifice a zombie. It's a pretty good deal. But it looks like you're more interested in sacrificing a land. I hate that play. I don't think you give up your lands here. I think you give up the zombie for the 2-card draw. The value of a zombie isn't, like, tremendous. Unreal. God, that hurts. try to get the Liliana on check. If we attack here, it just gives our opponent a card. I guess we'll try to dissuade our opponent from attacking us. Maybe they'll think there's a murder incoming, and if they attack, it messes with them. They're at 29. But dear God, where are my spells? The spells we draw on are powerful, but not enough of them. Okay, need to draw removal for that, and we're okay. Not exactly, but fun. Fun for sure. But now our opponent can draw whatever they want for the rest of the game. That's not going to feel very good. Looks bad. But we could still draw an Elder Spell off the top, couldn't we? Yeah, I thought we were okay in this game until the mana pocket. And I don't think we're going to be able to get past it. Take some pretty brilliant draws. Our opponent didn't use their Doom Whisperer to get a good draw step. Are we sacrificing this now? Yeah, and they're still not using their Doom Whisperer. The things I would do with your deck. Maybe they don't even need it. It makes sense.
Witness the ties that bind us all.
Come on, Elder Spell.
Behold, nature's true
Help me out. Even then, we're so far behind. When the best draw on your deck isn't good enough, well, that's a scary, scary life to live. I'm going to concede. They still get to draw extra cards. I don't really want to play with this one anymore. I think the Grixis deck is very bad. I think it's delete it bad. Maybe there's some tuning to be done there, but I do think that the control decks, I keep playing against control decks, but I think they're bad. I like Esper, you know I like Esper. But I can't play control in this event. It's not very good. Or at least it hasn't been good to me. What do you guys think? On the other hand, we can try the blue-black, which you wouldn't think would be a lot different. It has been better to me, so I think it's worth a shot. But we'll give it a quick one. Grixis needs Thought Erasure. Yeah, I didn't draw any. And also today I've beaten decks that drew 3 or more Thought Erasures. I beat a deck that Thought Erasured me 3 times with my free-to-play deck. That's not a good sign. Just Skywalkers isn't control though. It's just really obnoxious mid-range. I admit it's probably good though. Well, we got hit by a Knight of the Ebon Legion. What else? Drill bit. Sure. Sure. Well, we're up against aggro, and now we have the Elder Spell. It's such a burn. Such a burn. That's the Elder Spell life right there. I have a feeling our Narset gets the bin, but maybe not. Maybe the opponent's afraid enough of Kefnet. They are afraid enough of Kefnet. Wow.
If you wish to keep an open mind.
Alright, I'll grab this here Ugin. Ugin's ready to get drill bit. Would you like to attack me or my Narset? Me. Spectacle does what? Spawny? Spawny boy. There's a Thought Erasure.
I have just the trick for this.
Let's go for the cruelty and just take out this spawny boy. We'll just do it now before there's an upkeep trigger to worry about. So this is another deck, mono black, that I've seen tried a good amount. I'm really not into this deck. It is pretty neat. You can run Drillbit, Duress, Davriel, and just like totally wreck the opponent's hand while having an aggressive clock with Spawn of Mayhem, Knight of the Ebon Legion. But the deck is missing like 1 or 2 good creatures for 2 mana. Rotting Regisaur, of course, is strong. It's strong. I don't deny that Rotting Regisaur is a boss. Burglar Rat is the 2-drop our opponent's going with. Yeah, the Rat and the Fenlurker, not really where you want to be. But I really hope that my Ugin doesn't get taken here. Our opponent with a Legion's End. Let's see if they have a Duress or something to take, or Drillbit for the Ugin. Because Ugin is what we're relying on to kill this Regisaur. Nope. Oh, we also drew a Ritual of Set. So if the opponent had more small creatures, I think they would have played them. That means we can take this turn to use Thought Erasure to clear the way for the Ugin, and use Ritual of Soot to clear the Regisaur. Okay, murder down. Don't need another land. And blow it up. Rankle looks awesome, Thelona. I do think that Rankle puts a new wrinkle on this deck, but we still need another like good 2-drop, I'd say. A really good 2-drop would go a long way to making the black aggressive deck possible. So our opponent drew another murder. You can tell by the way the board is progressing after we made a creature. It might not be exactly murder, but it's some instant speed removal. So I'm running Ugin in this deck instead of Liliana because A, I don't run many creatures to work with Liliana's static ability, and B, because Dimir notoriously lacks the ability to remove permanents like Experimental Frenzy, but Ugin can do it. Ugin can destroy colored enchantments and colored artifacts. So that is like a colored artifact, for example, is a Bolas's Citadel. So that is why we've got Ugin in the deck. I mean, yeah, I think that Rankle's pretty awesome. We should do some spoiler talk after one of these events. I don't want to do spoiler talk after every game like I've been doing, but we should just have a section of the show. So like, for example, we're just after 5, so we're about an hour into the show. Be a good time for some spoiler talk. So we have this option to cry this to draw these cards. I don't think that's worth it. I'm going to give up on the Elder Spell. I don't think my opponent's going to run any Planies to worry about. I could be wrong. It's the arena. Stuff happens. And the world doesn't want me to give up on the Elder Spell. Does not want me to give up on the Elder Spell at all. Insists I draw them all. Keep it coming. Another Thought Erasure. Spirit Tribal. Yep. Rockin' the spirits. Goodbye, Ulos. You must have Elder Spell at all times until you need it. Well said, my friend. Well said. I think you win for hitting the nail on the head. Yeah, get ready. We'll do some spoiler talk. My voice is a little tired, but I still want to look at the new spoilers, so we'll do some spoiler talk right after this game. We'll do more than one, too, so get your links ready. Well, ain't that the way when you're trying to win 2 in a row? Ain't that the way? I think I keep Molten Arsets because that's the obvious take with a Thought Erasure if that's what we're playing against. I think Ugin's too pricey. Head to the bottom, my friend. All right. Trying to get to this Narset on time. I can appreciate that. Dreadhorde Arcanist. Well, that's a definite Legion's End target if I've seen one. We can't be messing around like that. And we see that there's Krenko, Gideon, 10th District Legionnaire, and Feather. We are so dead. We are going to need to draw perfectly. We are really dead. Do I have Disfigure in this deck? One way to find out. I guess Ritual Soot is good against this deck if we can find it. Unanswered Krenko, not good. Opponent has a Defiant Strike to get extra tokens if they wish to use it. They can kill the Narset. Yep, here we go. But no card draw, so take that. Ooh, ignoring the Narset? No. That's what I... Maybe? What? I think they... Okay, that was weird, but there you go. Let's do this. Don't want to put cards in our opponent's graveyard since they use Dreadhorde Arcanist. Wow, that's a lot of land. What you got? Gideon time. So our opponent's not drawing God's Willing. That's clearly what they're trying to hold their Feather for.
I will lend you my strength.
Sure. Just block here and take out a token, I guess. Let's see what we find with the Narset.
Mind and body, meditate and prepare.
Awkward. I think I take the Murder because I can play another Narset the same turn as the Murder. I know Ugin can blow up the Gideon, but I've got to have something for the Feather. And right here, I can knock the Gideon to 1. Let's make sure that we get rid of the 10th District Legionnaire. I think that's more important than the tokens. And we do hit again. Feather's coming down. So if we attack like this, then the opponent turns around, attacks the Gideon into the Narset. We don't want to block that anyway. Opponent says good game. Not sure what that's about. Well, I'm not trying to... I've got to beat more than the Feather, Eloko. I've got to beat the Gideon too. And I have to beat the Goblin tokens. So there's nothing about this that's going to be very straightforward. So taking Ugin and spending my whole turn to remove one thing, I don't think is going to be very good for me. And that's why I took Murder, so I can remove something important and then also search my library for something else. So now I can try to find Ritual of Soot, probably. Let's see what we find. Elder Spell, there's Ritual of Soot. Can clear up the board, and then I still have a Murder, but I leave behind the Gideon, which is a big problem. I could also Elder Spell. This is tough. I think I Elder Spell the Gideon. The opponent has a backup feather after all. This way we grow Narset to a 5. So this feather can't kill it without help. So we make our opponent draw something to help that situation. If they want to use a shock on it, or a Divine Strike would be frustrating though. Then we need to stop drawing land. Okay, it is a shock. I mean, that is a play you can make. You could have also shocked the Narset. Opponent's only drawn 4 lands. We've drawn 7. We're starting to feel it. Running out of resources. Both Ugins are down here. One Ritual of Soot's down there. There's still an Elder Spell. And of course there's a variety of removal. I don't think we've seen any Kefnet. Nice draw. Don't know what the thinking was about, but there you go. Just really straightforward. Huh. If that's the attack, it isn't a good one yet. Our opponent has this weird thing where they attack all and then try to set their attackers. It's not good. And that was not a good attack by them. Feather should have taken out the Narset. You don't want to give me another spell here. Deck hates us today.
Keep an open mind.
Maybe not. What do you think? Do we take the cards? The Enter the God Eternals won't do it. This is a 5 toughness. So we'll take you. Give me 6. We're facing a lot of potential damage. We need this turn to work out. And we need our opponent to whiff on drawing God's Willing. Still no thought erasures. I've kept their feather on the battlefield because I'm trying to draw thought erasure to take the other feather, and then I'll kill their feather. But no. Half the deck. 0 thought erasures. It stings. But we're still fighting. We're not going down without a fight. Don't think I have any creatures in my yard. No. Oh, I'm dead. Am I dead? I'm not dead. The opponent's hitting their taunt button, but we're not done. The opponent GG'd me. I'm not dead. They're trying to talk me into conceding. Don't let them flex you into a concession when you're not dead, team. So, we're very afraid of a shock off the top. But I can't play Enter the God Eternals to gain the life, and the murder, and the thought erasure, which is where I need to be. So since I can't do that, I have to give my opponent a window to draw the shock. We'll hold this back because of 10th District Legionnaire's haste. Gimme. Okay. Now you don't get it back. And you... Now you threw your Infuriate away. Alright. Behold. 2 life. Don't draw a shock, please. You can't bear to watch. They early GG'd me. If we don't win, all no. 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 Not like this. Hold me. Hold me, chat. All right, moving on. Could I have played it different? There's probably something I could have done differently somewhere in there. I'm just not sure the exact spot. All right. Well, control sucks. But I thought we were so close on that one. And considering that the way that the draw played out, I don't know. I would have loved to try that game a few different ways. Let's do some spoilers. You guys got your spoiler links ready? Hit me with some new cards. Let's talk about some new cards for a minute before we dive back in. Make it a part of the show here an hour in. What you got? If you don't give me links though in 10 seconds, I'm gonna move on. You gotta come prepared. I warned people this was happening. Where are those links at? Here we go. Ayara. First of Lochthwine. Black. Oh, did we want some mono black cards? Is that what we're looking for? For some reason, the card is like screwed up, but it is apparently a 2/3. Elf Noble. Whenever Ayara, first of Lochthwine, or another black creature enters the battlefield, each opponent loses a life and you gain a life. Tap. Sacrifice another black creature. Draw a card. Morning shifts seamlessly to celebration as she chooses her next suitor. Oh, that's so cute. She's a black widow. She's a praying mantis, devil of a woman. Brings them in, eats their head, gets a new one. How nice. Yeah. We'll play this card. We'll try it. We'll try the mono black, like, kind of stuff on the board, sacrifice thing. We'll try to get that value. I love that when a creature enters the battlefield, you get the effect. It does have to be under your control. Probably not a ton of ways to make creatures enter the battlefield over and over in just black, which is almost certainly what's demanded by the mana cost. But it's cool that it has a trigger. I think it would be very vanilla without it. Now, the sacrifice another black creature to draw a card can be very good. We have some afterlife creatures. We have some cards that enter the battlefield, have an ability, and then do something else. So I like it. The 2/3 stats aren't great. 2/3 stats are not great. If it were 3/3, I'd be a little more excited. I have no idea what a good commander card is yet. I'll have to play a lot more Brawl to be the expert on that, Snaz. But yeah, good card. Good reveal. Exciting. Almost certainly going to be one I put some dollars into. Works with Dreadhorde Invasion. Yep, so does Soul Diviner, but that hasn't unfortunately been good enough for that card. So I'm not as excited about that interaction because of the past, but maybe the future will be better. So yeah, sweet card. Well done. What else you got? Who else has a spoiler for me? Did we get... Oh, we have some other links up here. I'm going to grab the next one I see, which is from Holy. Oh, wait. That's the same one. All right, I've got a different one. Here's a different one from Purple. The Cauldron Familiar. Shakiri. It's a kitty. All right, kitty. So this is 1 black mana for a 1/1 cat. I can already tell people are going to play this when they shouldn't. It's got all the makings of a trap card. When Cauldron Familiar enters the battlefield, each opponent loses 1 life and you gain 1 life. Oh god. It gains life too. It's the ultimate trap card. It's a cat that uses life gain. Sacrifice a food, return Cauldron Familiar from your graveyard to the battlefield. Oh, that's great. Oh, that's wonderful. That is wonderful. So when you feed the stray cat, it follows you home. Oh my goodness. Don't play this card, it's actually bad. But there you go. Oh my god, and look! The very, very first comment, this card has the potential to be broken. Dun, 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 dun. Oh no. Oh no. So the idea is if you can somehow find a way to make recursive food or a million food, then you can use this and drain the opponent for 1 for 1 black mana. So if you find an engine with infinite mana and infinite food, the Cauldron Familiar can be infinite damage. Good luck. Now go away, kitty. I'm not going to feed you. No food. You will has no food from me, kitty. I'm a cold-hearted snake. Look into my eyes. All right, what else we got? We got another one here. Wildborn Preserver. 1G, rare, elf archer, 2/2 flash reach. That's already a lot of words. But there's more. Whenever another non-human, why they hate humans? You prejudice? What is this? Whenever another non-human creature enters the battlefield under your control, you may pay X. When you do, put X counters on the preserver? So you're telling me, if I play a Pelt Collector, and I pay 2 more mana on turn 3, I have a 4/4 flash reach. Why does it have flash? Why does it have reach? This is a really weird card, isn't it? Isn't this kind of weird? Like, okay, I mean, my wife is going to love that we're riding a giant fox. Foxes are very in right now. I don't know if you know that. All archers have reach. Sure they do. Sure they do. Look up Elvish archers. First strike, that's what those had. Trust me, I'm OG on this stuff. Maybe they all have reach this season. Fair enough. You win. You win. I'll be in the back crying. Anyway. It rides a fox. It has a ton of text. It looks fun. It's an elf. That's a relevant tribe. We still have an elf lord in standard, I think. Unless it was in M19. I don't remember. But hey, good stuff. Why not? It's fine. This doesn't get my brewer brain going at all. This just gets my, it's a card with some stats. It probably won't be good enough for standard, but it might be. It'll have its spots. It adds to that flash deck. Oh crap. I quit Magic. It adds to that flash deck. It adds to that green-blue flash deck. Arrgh. They can play the 1-mana Sailor and pump this thing up on your end step. Oh god, this Spectral Sailor is so good. It also works with, like, on your end step, if you make a wolf off the Night Pack Ambusher, it triggers the Preserver. You can grow it then if you want to. Oh, we don't need more of that deck. Oh, okay, fine. Hate you. Hate this card. Hate this card and everything it stands for. What else you got? Prophecy has something for me. All right. Von Feen gestohlen. I don't know. I don't know what language that might be. Wait, that's German, right? I don't. I know I have some German viewers. I'm not going to do it any worse. I'm not going to continue. But the translation is, ugh, not this dream again. Excellent. Blue X sorcery. Return target creature with converted mana cost X to its owner's hand. Create X 1/1 blue fairy creature tokens with flying. I like it. So I like this card because we need a few more payoffs and we need interaction for the ramp deck. We lost Entrancing Melody, so Simic Ramp, when you've got like 5 mana or something, usually using a bounce spell or anything like that on a Risen Reef or an Elemental is bad because they get the ETB again. But if you bounce a Risen Reef with this and get 3 flyers, you didn't fail. And you know what? This is the first time we get to say it this spoiler season. If this were last spoiler season, we would say, what would we say, everybody? Goblin Chain Whirler. But you know what? You know what they don't have anymore? They don't have Goblin Chain Whirler. Hey, Kid Cootie, Twitch Prime is back for another month. That's 2 months. Thank you so much, my friend. Twitch Prime, free to you. It makes a big difference to me. Jumping on those hype commands. Thank you, guys. Thanks so much for the sub. But yeah, no more Goblin Chain Whirler. So an army of 1/1 fairies could actually matter. Is it X or less? It says converted mana cost X. So to me, that means we can't overpay. If we can't overpay, then we can't do like spend 10 mana to bounce a 3/3 and then make 10 fairies. So that's too bad. I mean, I'm hoping in translation that's different. I would love just a fairy fireball, but it doesn't look like that's what we're going to get here. But this card looks sweet. I'm going to enjoy this card. This will be fun. This plus Nissa are going to be best friends. Now, it says target creature. That means you can bounce your own creatures. If I want another trigger off of my Palaka Worm, and I want a bunch of fairies for the trouble because I have 1,000,000 mana, or if I just want to bounce my Hydroid Krasis and play it again and make 2 fairies, I can do it. So, flexible, good, quality, nice. Maybe the best reason to use that Leyline that gives everything flash. All right, Cootie has a spoiler for me. What you got, my friend? Gaddock the Wizened. He's a wizened. Aw, wizened. Another X one. Ooh, this might be another ramp card without reading it first. X blue, so it's an expensive X. Legendary Human Wizard 3/3. When the Wizened enters the battlefield, draw X cards! Cha-ching! I get way too hyped for this effect. Whenever you cast a blue spell, tap target non-land permanent an opponent controls. All right. That's an interesting little annoying tidbit to throw on top of it, just to make things tap more. Sorcery speed, drawing more cards, doesn't work against Narset, but it's good. It's a trained Armadon with the ultimate kicker, and it's in blue. It's so this looks like a new cycle of like monocolor payoffs. We saw a black card. Now we see a blue card. It's okay on turn 3 if you're just trying to keep something on the board, but it's not really what you're going for. And on turn 10, you draw 1,000,000, kind of like Hydroid Krasis. Kind of neat. Pretty neat. The idea of casting blue spells to tap things is just kind of fine. It's okay. It's whatever. Very first comment. Combos with Verity Circle could be fun. Verity Circle is trash. But I like it. Like, I'm already pretty excited about the rares and mythics I've seen today for the most part. This looks really fun. Another monocolored Brawl Commander. Okay, so the Commander fans, I'm going to learn more about what makes a good Commander someday. Right now, I just want to play Teferi Time Raveler as my Commander always to just totally set the Brawl world on fire and make everyone sad. But maybe someday I'll learn what makes a good Commander. All right, guys. I'm a little spoiled out. These were sweet. I like this batch. Thank you. Let's go play a few more games before I have to leave. So let's try something that's not a control deck, because they've mistreated us quite a bit today. So far I've had good luck. My Bant Tokens deck did fine, the Karn deck did good. Like, I've gotten to 2 wins with these kind of builds, so we should probably play those. But I haven't played the Golos field deck, so I'm going to try that. Do you have a preferred mode of support? Yeah. Patreon is probably the thing I get the most direct income from if you're interested, but honestly, anything that works for you works for me. Anything that works for you works for me. Like if you have a free Twitch Prime sub, that's awesome. You don't have to pay anything for that, that's great. But yeah, to be honest, Patreon or tips, like the donation, the donate page, like that is probably the most, that's where I get the most direct, but it's not reoccurring. So people come and go from that. Thank you. Also, some of the Patreon reward tiers, you might want to check it out. People can send me deck lists whenever they want to. And when they do, I'll check them out and try to give feedback when I get the time to do it. And you can basically have me talk about your deck if you like. There's a level on Patreon where I'll play a deck of your choice on a YouTube video. So for some people, that's a perk. So feel free to see it. All right, our opponent looks like they're playing control. Prepare to meet Teferi Time Raveler. How come they get turn 2 Thought Erasure? Keeps on top, it's always another Thought Erasure. Little do they know. More Teferis. In case they find a way to kill this, let's just draw the card. Let's also get ahead of their Narset. That's another card they might have kept. Sultai. Growth Spiral. I've seen some Sultai control decks. I have been Sultai Thought Erasured many times in this event so far. Seems like there are some just closet Sultai control players lurking around. And they're excited to get out here and do their thing. So this turn is going to be a circuitous route, but we can do it at instant speed. And they can't be countered until the Teferi's removed. So I think we're safe. So to use Golos, we're going to want a land with black and a land with red. Boss. That's a problem. That is a problem. I mean, it's probably just control plus Hydroid Crassus and Nissa. I mean, I don't know if ramp is going to be the right word. They might play Agent of Treachery. They might play Mass Manipulation. Like, what else would you really ramp into with Sultai, right? This way you just get to run some Thought Erasures to make sure that you actually get to do your thing without anybody messing with you. And you get to do some other cool stuff, like Ritual of Soot, if the opponent goes wide. Wonder why our opponent's stalling with this Dismal Backwater attack. I don't think Villas is good. I would not play Villas.
It's only a matter of time.
Alright, one that produces black, one that produces red. We run Planar Cleansing, but we already have triple white. If you want to look around the deck. Shaded Mastery with the Twitch Prime sub. Thank you very much, my friend. The Twitch Prime subs are very helpful. Having another green seems good, and this can be my blue, so the red and the black. Okay. Alright, we get to make a zombie. We can also put out a 4/4 Hydroid Crassus, or we can drop our Pilgrim and threaten to use the ability next turn. What do you guys think? I guess the Hydroid Crassus does get better, and if our opponent is playing Legion's End, which could be a reason that they left the Crassus alone, then we want to make the most we can out of each Crassus. Let's lead with Field of the Dead and make a zombie. and go get another one. See how the opponent wants to handle things. They have all the mana. Let's see if they can do something great with it. Let's let the ominous music play. Nice and scary. Nice and terrifying as the opponent gets ready to unleash hell. Well, their timer's already running. They're gonna have to need a little kick in the butt. If this were Shadowverse, they'd be in trouble. Alright, trophy. That's gonna make some zombos. Opponent may not care about that very much. I'm telling you, if they have a Legion's End, they're in a good spot. Yeah, they had it all. They had the perfect set of answers for the situation. Must be nice. Now, do they have another one? Do they have another Legion's End for the Crassus? That's important. Well, this can kill the Crassus. Okay. We're going to play Teferi anyway. We should play Teferi first. We're going to keep slow rolling the Crassus because of Vraska. Let's bounce the land that enters the battlefield tapped. Okay. Let's play this and get another field, then play the Guildgate. Now, we do have multiple planar cleansings in the deck, so we can come back from an ugly board state, but it doesn't kill the lands. The lands that Nissa animates are going to be annoying. Okay, our opponent minused on Teferi, but they still have another shot with the Vraska. But they need a Legion's End here. The backwater is back. Don't think you want to attack, though. Block, block, take 4. That can get rid of Nissa. We can't say the opponent didn't get to do their thing. They had a lot of good answers at the right time. They thought Erasured on curve. They Nissa'd ahead of schedule thanks to Growth Spiral. They trophied away a Golos. They Legions ended the first wave of zombies. Like, they've gotten to do everything their deck could want to do. And now they have a Krasis. It's not a big one. It's pretty disappointing for a deck in that position. And now their Planeswalkers are going to die. I think I activate the Golos almost certainly. If you block one of these, then this dies. This could die. We could bounce the Krasis. Without the Nissa, it's not a very good Krasis. But let's start by firing up the Golo. Okay, it's not the greatest set of cards I could have revealed. If I bounce your Krasis, I basically get to take out your Planeswalkers pretty well. And I make more zombies. Seems good. I don't usually like bouncing a Krasis, but I will today. I will today.
Don't worry, I got it.
Look, I know you miss her, man. But you can't keep doing this to yourself. She's moved on. Meanwhile, you're out
So I could leave some blockers, but I'm going to have plenty after I play this Guildgate and play this Golos. Today's special, I feel like thinking. I'm trying. Trying to do a good job. Trying to do right by you guys. So sequencing here would be to get another field so that it's even worse. We'll just play this now. I know the Grazer could play it, but... Blockers! Temple. Okay, I didn't think about that. Still missing out on the game deciding cat. The game deciding cat? Okay. Yes! We got there. Hey, later, Holy. Thanks for being here today. All right. Game 1. Let's go to round 2. Can we get a 2 winner? Can we get some EXP? Felon wanted to see Legion's End. If you were watching a few minutes ago, they had it. They had it the first time we made some zombies. They fired it off. Well, this is tricky. I have a Teferi on time, but I have Grazers that do nothing. It's essentially a Mold of 5. But if I draw a green source, it's really good. I'm not sure about this. Our opponent's got these sleeves. Anime Vivian. Hoi! How you doing, girl? Yo legs. No green source is pretty ugly, but Teferi's Teferi. Getting ugly in here. Never mull is your motto? Yeah, I'm regretting it. Okay. Tapped. What you got? I hope you're on the flash deck. So our opponent might play some creatures, but I guess I could play some blockers. Still, looking at this mana, I'm gonna plus. Oh, were they planning to play that on end step? You poor child. You sweet child of summer. Actually, I don't care. It's just a 1/2. I'll let you get to attack Teferi. I'm not going to let the opponent keep a Night Pack Ambusher on the board or a Frilled Mystic. I'm going to bounce something more expensive. All right, we've got a Golos. We have triple white already. So, okay. Opponent scoops. We were going to set up the mana for a Golos activation, and that's game. We got him. When one card kills your whole deck. Can we get some Fs in the chat for Simic Flash? They're ironic Fs. They're very ironic. They should be small Fs. They should be small because we don't actually like Simic Flash. They're the most ironic Fs that we could give. Because we don't give many Fs for Simic Flash, do we? I don't know many people who give Fs for Simic Flash. Well done, chat. Well done. You think we should do more spoilers yonder? Well, I like winning, and that was fun, so yeah. I'm in a good mood again. Hit me with a spoiler. We can do a little more spoiler talk. Spoiler talk is fun, and so are little Fs. All right, we've got an opportunistic dragon. This is 2 mana and red for a creature dragon that is rare. This is a 4/3 creature. Flying. When opportunistic dragon enters the battlefield, choose target human or artifact an opponent controls. For as long as opportunistic dragon remains on the battlefield, gain control of that permanent. It loses all abilities and it can't attack or block. What? What? Why? Why can't it attack, block, or use any abilities? That's so weak. And human or artifact. So what's the point here? Do we want to steal the monkey paw? Is that the idea? It's a fancy way to say exile. Okay, we just keep it sitting around. And if we have a way to sacrifice it, like with Corvald, the dragon tyrant from Brawl, then we do that. It's only a 4/3 flyer. I feel like if they wanted it to be good, they'd have to make it a 4/4 or 4/5. I think the 3 toughness is what sinks it. Weak like show. Brutal. Oh, Savage. We have Savage chat today. Mono red prison. How about this? How about this card? Plus quasi duplicate. An agent of treachery. Why not? Why not make a red? Why not make a red-blue prison deck? Steal all the knights. Hell no. Oh, this is horrible. All right, the card's not good. It's fun. It's fine. Trigger Steamkin. Trigger Steamkin hype. Sure. Why not? It is a weird card. Next up, we covered Outlaws Merriment yesterday. Prophecy. If you'd like to check out that stream, I put it on YouTube, so the full playback is here or on YouTube on the Covert Go Live channel. If any of you aren't subscribed to Covert Go Live on YouTube, you can be. It's where I'm storing all the reruns. The Twitch VODs are available, but I know a lot of people don't like watching Twitch VODs and they expire, so it's just my place to dump our streams, so you can go back and watch the memories years from now. Show your children a time when the great CGB, now long since debunked and completely exiled from the Magic community, probably for saying a dirty word at some Wizards event, used to be somebody who would talk to you in chat. Let's check another card here. What? Oh, ho, ho, ho. No. No, they didn't. I was actually looking forward to this card being done. I was looking forward to being rid of this card just because of the wait till your end step. Every single time your opponent plays an island, they wait until your end step to opt, making 5 more extra clicks we didn't have to make. But it's back. They reprinted Opt. Maybe it's for the best. Opt is far from broken, and Opt does make some other cards very good. Opt makes Terramander better. Opt makes that fairy with flash that gains +1/+1 when you draw your second card for a turn better. Opt is a legit card, and it's probably not the worst thing to have in the format, but I was looking forward to a break from the opting. There were a lot of cards I saw in this spoiler season that I said this will be a lot better if Opt is available. So here you go. Opt is still here. What else we got? Did anybody else share one? It is much better art than the pirate art, I will give you that. End phase Opt is done. Well, Teferi tried to end it, but it's a 1-drop, unfortunately. All right. Yeah, somebody could pay bits to time somebody out if they wanted. All right, Justice, what you got? Is it a sorcery? Why? No, it's not. Still an instant. But I think you're just talking because of maybe Teferi. Teferi in every deck, people. Teferi in aggro, Teferi in midrange, Teferi in control, Teferi in combo. Any clack bridge troll. There's a bridge. You put goats on it. There's a troll. This one goes out to the internet. 3 black creature troll with trample and haste. It's an 8/8. When the Clackbridge troll enters the battlefield, target opponent creates 3/01 goats. Hype. At the beginning of combat on your turn, any opponent may sacrifice a creature. If a player does, tap the troll, you gain 3 life, and you draw a card. This is not garbage. This is reminiscent of a card called, was it Desolation Demon? Where people thought it was bad because you could sacrifice a creature to tap the demon at the start of combat. But it turned out to be very good because if they're sacrificing creatures, they're still falling behind. This is not bad. Now, is 5 mana good enough? Is spamming the opponent with goat tokens okay if the troll just gets killed? This is probably a sideboard card because you only want it in certain matchups. You want it in places where the opponent can't benefit from sacrificing their creatures too much, not as much as you. You want it in matchups where the opponent doesn't have easy access to kill your troll. So you want this against red decks. You don't want this against white decks that will exile the troll. You don't want it against black decks that will kill the troll with unconditional removal. You want this against blue decks and red decks, I think. So, looks like a good sideboard card. Looks like a good sideboard card. Really sweet. Does tell a good story, like Zarvold says. We'll give it some props there. All right. So this card's interesting. I've never quite seen anything like it, but before I put it up, I've got to tell you, this is a whole new design space for Magic the Gathering. This is pushing the limits of design to the breaking point. Are you ready? Ha, that didn't work at all. Are you ready? That did. Yes! There we go. Pushing the limits of design. It's Super Shrek. Super Shrek costs green, 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 green. That's 17 green mana. 17 green mana for one card is a bit much. And we're talking about Legendary Planeswalker. Only 1 loyalty. Only 1 loyalty. Seems a bit expensive for 1 loyalty Planeswalker, but let's read. +1, feed Shrek an onion. Wow, that +1 has a very small effect on the board. I'm not sure if you can sacrifice a food token to count as the onion. If not, there definitely needs to be onions nearby, many of them. You will have to go to the store. -10, that's a lot of investment. Shrek has a burp so stanky, everything dies excluding Shrek. And -20, Shrek farts and you win. So a few very interesting -10s. All right, enough, I can't anymore. I've got time for a little bit more gaming, gamers. But I gotta play a fast deck. I've gotta play a really fast deck. Could work in Civic Nexus, that's right, you know, because you take all the turns. Let's gruel them. No, I'm not above trying the dumb red card some more. I'm still trying to figure out what a new red deck looks like. I haven't been impressed with Cavalcade. Very one-dimensional. Maybe my build wasn't perfect. Maybe my variance wasn't great. But I keep on spamming Heartfire. I think the card is really good, especially with Chandra 2, or Chandra 3, I should say. Normally I would be afraid of a double Heartfire turn, but this is just like for you, for you, for you, for you, for you, for you, and for you. Oh, we'll do Gruul someday, don't worry. Probably tomorrow. Tomorrow's always a longer stream. It's a sponsored stream thanks to aetherhub.com. So probably tomorrow we'll get through a lot of decks we haven't had time for yet. I I don't know why Judith in Heartfire is a thing. That's only 1 extra damage. That doesn't excite me or impress me, to be honest. Spit. What you got? Hey, Puddin'. Well, if I run out of the Steamkin, it dies most certainly, but what can you do? What can you do? We want our opponent to use their cards and use their removal so that we can Chandra. Our opponent will have the mana for Skewer either way. Oh, they're staging. Ooh. Do we get to keep our Steamkin? Hype. So I think that here, facing a Footlight Fiend, if the opponent blocks here, they deal 1 damage to something. If I make 2 1/1s, they block a 1/1 and they kill the Spitter, but that's kind of the same trade, and the 1 damage didn't go anywhere. We could also plus the Chandra, but I'm gonna go with the Elementals. Let's go with the damage.
These little guys are great.
I don't want to lose the Steamkin to the Footlight Fiend. That's the no-no here. Oh, Vindictive Vampire's very poor card, Felon. You need to get off that. You gotta upgrade your standards. Get it? It's called standard for a reason. Gotta have some standards. That, of course, is not legit. It's just me trying to make a word joke. The tank. They went into the tank. All the damage. Ooh. See what happens next. Hear me out. Cauldron, Cat, Pridemate, Aerialist, Life Gain deck. I heard you. Now I'm going to run and hide in a corner. I'm going to pretend you never said that so we can be friends. I think I'll go for this block. If our opponent has a Heartfire of their own, though, it's pretty bad. But either way, Heartfire will probably kill something. At least this makes them give up all their creatures to do it. Well, at least we took as many of their resources as possible to make that play happen. If the opponent wants to block here, it's fine. We still get to light the stage. Let's save our Heartfires to go with another resource. There's a Spitter. It's a lot of Heartfire. We're gonna need to draw some creatures to go with them. I'm certainly capable of it. Gotta do it now or the opponent gets another little guy. Hey, Blackout. Thank you. 9 months. We had a Twitch baby. Go for it. Go Blackout. To an adorable Widow baby. Welcome back, my friend, and thank you very much for the sub. Hey, Rob, that's too big of a question for me to answer while I play this particular game. And it's all experimental anyway. I haven't figured out exactly what should be in the deck. Alright, our opponent with all the value. We need a better top deck. I guess we'll try this. Okay. Deck turned on me. It's so cold. The deck turned on me and now it's so cold.
Say hi to my fiery friends.
Congrats on your 10-0. Sounds like you got really lucky. And by that I mean you have to get lucky to 10-0 with any deck ever. Not saying your deck is bad. If you don't think you have to get lucky to 10-0, then you are a delusional human. So anybody out there who thinks I'm a jerk for saying that, please don't. I guess I have to kill the war boss? Yeah. Let's just get another game. Actually, I have to be running. It's already after 6. So, thanks everybody for hanging out. We'll continue to try to solve my red conundrums, which I just can't seem to get to work. And I will see you in the next one. Thanks everybody. Have a nice day. Please, if you want to do me a favor, please check out my sponsor. I don't get anything if you use the promo code CGB5, but it is a 5% discount for my audience. And if you click the link and just check out CoolStuffInc.com, that does help the channel. It lets them know that my audience cares. And they are putting a lot of money into the channel so I can be here making content for you. I was thinking about streaming less when I got their sponsorship offer, and part of it was that I stream at least about 10 hours a week for you guys. So I'm gonna keep doing it. So if you appreciate the show, check out CoolStuffInc.com. At least have a look around. Clicking the link does help. Thanks everybody. Have a nice day. Goodbye.